Okay, everybody, let's talk about bowel technique. So when I do bowel technique, for me personally, I like to have my clean mayo and my dirty mayo stand. Always double gloved when you're at the field. This makes it easy. I am going to, first off, take everything I think I might possibly need for my clean mayo stand and put it on my dirty mayo stand. So I'm thinking I might need some DeBakey's, maybe some medicine bombs. I've already got a needle holder and some suture scissors over here. Everything else, I'm probably gonna need some lap sponges, so I put those over here. My lap sponges that I would have had up here, I've already passed off onto my kick bucket. So what I do now is I square off my incision site with 4 towels. To help protect those drapes. I personally do this, and you don't have to do this, is I take a towel and I put it over the top of my clean mayo stand. Okay, it just makes me feel better. I take my dirty laps, put them up top here. Now I'm ready to hand my surgeon their instruments. They're going to cut open a small piece of the bowel. They're going to usually just let these instruments drop because they know that this is a protected area. I'm going to hand my stapler. When you hand your stapler, hand it in 2 parts. I usually hand this part first. It's usually the bottom. It slips underneath the bowel. This part slips on top, and you crunch them together. When the surgeon will fire, they will actually push this all the way forward. It will fire the stapler and release the cutter, and then it will come back to you. That's when you get a new load, if you need one. And yeah, so we staple as many times as we need to. My specimen comes out, and I didn't have this set up very well. Normally I'd be a little more prepared than this. I would have this sitting here on my back table. I would have my sutures for anything that we were going to do in the abdomen up here. I would put the specimen in my bucket because it's usually fairly large. And then I set that over here for my circulator. Let them know specimen out at 1700, say. Then if they need to suture any of the mesentery or the intestine, I have my dirty needle here, my dirty suture holder, and dirty scissors here. So my surgeon is sewing, they get done sewing. This comes back to me, I put this in my dirty needle holder. Now, if my surgeon is done sewing this all back up, we put all of the mesentery back in. I hope you guys can see that. I'm sorry if you can't. But I'm putting everything back on my dirty mayo stand. Okay. Surgeon is done with dirty part of the procedure. I'm going to take my lap sponges and put them in my kick bucket. I'm going to take my dirty drapes and peel them and let them hit the floor. Hit the floor, the floor. Okay, So at this point, double gloved. Oh, except that they came off, which is okay because I want to, so I would have one glove on. Hopefully both my gloves don't come off. One glove, I will push this dirty nail stand back. That's for my circulator to get rid of and get out of my field. So I'm going to change my gown and gloves. Sorry. So this is why you have multiple pairs of gloves. I forgot my bovie down here. I'm going to take my bovie tip, dirty bovie tip, put it on my dirty nail stand, change my outer glove, put my new outer glove on, and now I'm going to square off my drapes again because I don't know for sure how sterile the ones are underneath. So just as a precaution, I'm going to re-drape. Apparently this drape has been stapled. Now I can take off the drape from my clean instruments and finish my case. I hope that help explains bowel technique.